Who the people? We the people. Who the people? We the people. Who the people? We the people.
Good morning, Arkansas Boys State. My name is Tom Marks.
I'm Calvin Ivory from Womack County.
I'm DK Smith from Womack County.
I'm Zach Gardner from Carville County.
I'm Josh Ames from Sanders County.
And I'm Octavius from Rooks County.
And we're Good Morning Boys State. So before we get into all of our official business, I'm going to give you guys a little quote. You can never fail if you try, because to truly fail, you must give in. We've all attended at least one chapel service since we've been here, so we all know a little bit about faith. But I have a question for you guys. How do you occupy your time at Boys State? By the end of this podcast, I'm pretty sure we're going to have lots of different ways, lots of different connections, and just a new feel for this whole Boys State experience. So you might be wondering, what's up with We the People? They're screaming, they're loud, they've been in the hallways all day. And the issue here is, since we've been to Boys State, it's barely been 3 days, we've had a few problems. A tornado has hit us. We've sustained lots of damage. And a lot of facilities are being closed. That pivots me to We the People. They're an activist group. They're out protesting for some of the democracy and some of the rights for the boys here at Boys State. And this is what they have to say.
Well, to start off with, my name is James Couch, and I'm from Sheets County.
I'm Drew Qualls from Sanders County.
I'm Cooper Thompson from Sheets County.
I'm Kaden Newsom from Rooks County.
Tell me a little bit about what you guys are focusing on, because I heard that there's a protest going on.
Well, since we've been here, it has been a tragic time, with the tornado. And so we understand that things have to go and sacrifices have to be made for a government to run. But all we ask is that our voice is heard. This is a democracy, right? So therefore, every voice matters. And I feel like nobody made any comments about, what are they going to think? They just decided to make all these radical decisions. And it's unorganized, honestly, because Pablo don't understand the governor. Nobody really is on the same page. And so our issue is, if you're going to make decisions that affect the people, then you need to ask the people.
It's really, I would like to add there that it's really undermining democracy when the people are not consulted. And like my friend here said, things need to be made. Decisions need to be made. But what really matters is that the people's voices are heard first and foremost. Our elected representatives are here to serve us instead of themselves. And we feel like that's what's occurring on many levels here.
Dear Boys State, I ask you this question. Are we the people? Democracy depends on us. We have to take up this decision and do what we have to do to get everything done for us.
Yeah, who has the power here? Is it us, the people, that elect these officials, or do they go and make their own decisions?
So this sounds a bit radical, coming from a group of boys themselves, who, a lot of us have never been in a governor position, but it seems like we all have a great understanding of some of the things we want to fight for here and some of the things we want to do. So I urge you guys to stay in touch with the politics. I know we're having elections later. There are going to be plenty of other speakers. The people will be heard. There are constituents who are helping their county right now. I'm a councilman, so trust me, I get it. There are things that we have to do. Pivoting forward, not only are there protests going on, but there are championships. People are taking dubs. We're sending L's left and right. And Josh is going to help us talk about that.
As many of you may know, first round of the basketball tournament started yesterday. And along here on our podcast, we have a couple of people who participated in that tournament. So here's what they have to say about it.
Okay, we're going to go to Zach.
Zach here. It was a tough game against O and his team. But overall, we were both put into new environments with a new team, people we hadn't really gotten a chance to connect with. We persevered and we saw success and we saw some losses. The game plan going into it was to put up as many open threes as possible. They were a tall team, couldn't really take it to the basket.
Yeah, they look like trees.
So, as you saw that they were, trying to rack up them points on y'all, how did y'all respond?
We really responded we had to just, play them close. That was our game plan because we knew we had the size advantage. So, obviously, they weren't going to drive on us. So, we just had to stay out in the three-point and make them drive. So then we can get the ball.
So we've known each other for like less than 2 days, but it seems like you guys had some plans. How exactly was that able to happen?
I think that's the cool thing about sports in general, but specifically here basketball. It's just something that you kind of have an understanding of, and it's a way to bring everybody together because it's kind of just like a language of its own and an opportunity to connect with one another.
Yeah, it's really it's about communication on the court, whether you know each other or not. It's like if you're at a random gym and you just playing pickup with random guys, you just have to talk it out on the court and everything will figure itself out.
Yeah, you know basketball. It'll all flow.
I heard we had a football championship as well. Tell us a little bit about that, Josh.
Well, I didn't make it down there to watch that one, but I have heard that there was some highly competitive games down there, and I have seen a couple of pictures. Looked like they were really going at it. And
I talked to some dudes in Carville. They said that they lost, but they said that it was really competitive. They said they felt their team could have won the championship. Now, I don't know about that, but Zach, what do you have to say? You're representing Carville. You think you guys were capable of taking it home for the football?
I mean, given that we lost in the first round, I don't think so.
Hey, you just be honest.
Athletically speaking, our county isn't really at the top of the charts there. But we've got guys who are willing to leave it all out there. I saw a couple dudes come back to the dorms with turf burns and whatnot. So, I mean, I really think that just exemplifies our passion to leave it all out there.
The dedication.
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
So these men took up the time to play a community-organized sport during recreational time when they could have been out getting snacks, doing whatever else that, whatever else they wanted. But instead, they decided to band together in a group activity as a source of unity. So I asked the listeners, how do you unify with your people in your county? It's an important question to think about, but let's also transition into some of the other things we have going on at Boys State. So a pivotal part in the experience is coming up with a chant. And I want to say, when you have those chants, when you have those connections with your brothers in the dorm, it really feels like a brotherhood. And it makes the whole thing a little bit worth it because, I mean, we're all waking up at 6. We're all going through the trials and tribulations of campus life. But we have these chants because we all represent different counties. So with that said, let's do a couple shout outs for who we representing. I know it's Womack in here, so let's go Womack. What about you, Josh?
I got Sanders County, Roy City, future basketball champions.
Let's go.
I got Rooks County, Schrader City, future basketball champions.
Okay, some competition.
I got Carville County and representing Murphy City.
Womack again, representing Cantrell City.
Let's go, Cantrell.
Qualls County. QC,
Now, with that being said, there's only one thing left.
Good morning, Arkansas Boys State. Enjoy your day and be great.
Our podcast music was provided by thepodcasthost.com and Alitu, the podcast maker. Find your own free podcast music over at thepodcasthost.com/free music.